Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday yet once again. Today, I'm going to share with you my favorite bead. I've been holding out on you guys. I call these my chunk nuggets. And to me, they are everything that I love about Lampwork glass beads. They're colorful, they have a ton of texture, sometimes they have a little bit of a wonky shape, which I think is fine, and I can use up a lot of frit making these. So I know you guys listen to me complain about too much frit, and when I make these chunk nuggets, I make about 10 of them at a time. They're really quick, they're really fast, you can make a lot of them, and I just love them. So let me show you how we do this. So I have recently started separating my frit. I have my jar of cool color frit, which is all the blues and the greens, turquoises, and a little bit of ivories and whites. I also have my warm color of frits in the famous salsa jar of the reds and the oranges and the browns and so on and so forth. And then I have my everything else jar of frit that, this is what I started earlier. And so I have that. And yes, I do have 3 cups of water on my workbench where I have all my different colors of frit separated out. So things are getting a little cluttered, but it's okay because I think it'll be worth it. So here we go. I have my little bead roller here, my round bead roller that I put some frit in. And I've just got a rod here of, it's a transparent, some type of purple transparent. You, of course, can use any colors that you want. I'm using up my transparents because I don't use a lot of transparent in my work, my little characters. I'm more of an opaque girl. So I use transparents for these, sometimes for the blue colors, the cool colors. I'll use a cool transparent. For the warm colors, I'll use a warm transparent. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and put that first wrap on kind of carefully. Because again, even though these beads, the final shape might be a little wonky, I still want a good hole. And ever since the bead cleaning video, I've been trying to slow down on those first wraps so that I could get a good hole, because I need to practice that. I need to take more care and not be so focused on making a lot of them, but making them good. And usually about four wraps across will do it for me. Let's give a little kid 5 wraps. And then they get a big old chunky monkey bead. Okay, so there's the first row. I always go ahead and put a second row on because, again, I like these beads to be really big and chunky and gnarly. So I'll go ahead and put 2 wraps of the transparent onto my base. And oh my gosh, I love these beads so much. And one of these days I'm going to make myself a big old giant gnarly necklace of all chunk nuggets. I've also thought about, I think a new thing for kids is going around and leaving little things in their front yard, like an Easter egg hunt. And here in Las Vegas, a lot of people have yards that are rocks. And I thought, ooh, if I just dropped a chunk nugget in the rocks, I wonder if someone would find it and go, hey, check it out, check it out. Okay, so there's my base. I'm gonna crank this up a little bit. And let me smooth out the ends here by the mandrel holes. Make sure they're nice and even. But you can see I'm not going to marver this or anything. And if it's just a little on the wonky side, that is okay with me. So we're going to get it nice and hot. And I'm just going to roll it in the frit. just like that. I try to find chunky places, and look at that sucker. Oh my God, so much. Now, when you first start heating up the frit, start at the back, because pieces will fly off like that if you go too fast. So just start in the back and lightly heat up that frit. Get it glowing, and now this is the most important part of the bead. You want to get that frit glowing, and then you want to marver it down. Smush it in there so it's flat and it sticks, and you don't want any sharp edges. So I will just go around the bead, and again, I don't really care if the shape is wonky or not, because it's kind of the point. You want a wonky bead in this case. But I am marvering down all of those chunky frit pieces, making sure that there's no sharp edges. Everything is super attached. There we go. Let's go back in here. I think this is the last part. I go around like the top and the bottom edges to make sure that they're kind of smooth so nothing will snag on anything. Okay, that looks good. All right, and then sometimes I'll take a look at my bead, and if there's like a bare spot, like right there, I'll go into my tray and I'll find a chunk and pick it up with my tweezers and just kind of set it down on that bare spot. See, there is some artwork here that we do. Paying attention as an artist, it's important. Let's see, any other bare spots? There's one there. Ooh, I like this yellow chunk. This yellow chunk has yellow and orange on it. And I'm going to put it right there. And what's cool is that, you know, when you heat up the glass, everything kind of turns black. But when you pull it out of the kiln, it's one of those ones that you go, oh my God, when the colors all bloom and the bead is cool, then the colors come out and you can see how great this bead looks. All right, you guys, and that's it. That is a chunk nugget. That's all it takes. Okay, so one final note. I make a ton of chunk nuggets and I give a ton of them away, but this one I made for me. And it's a base of effetre avocado, and then I rolled it in my everything frit, and then I etched it, and this looks so gnarly. I mean, could you see a necklace of like a ton of these chunk nuggets? I think it'd be so beautiful. So this one is going to be turned into a pendant, and it's going in my jewelry box. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging with me again on this Friday morning. Have a great weekend. I'll be back next week. Bye.